Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. The TID radios are back, this time with the TID radio TD-H9, a full 10 watt radio. So many features to cover, APRS tracking that allows you to track in real time your location in a map and all of your movements. It has the SMS function. As you can see here, the SMS icon is activated in both radios. This is the H3 Plus. You cannot do this with the regular H3. I made a video already. I'll put the link on the description below on how to send and receive text messages. And the H3 with the new firmware, we had to do the new firmware to get the spectrum analyzer. This comes directly with the spectrum analyzer by pressing and holding key number 7, and that will bring the spectrum analyzer and so many other features that we have to talk about. Let's start. So this is how the radio looks like with the battery and the antenna. Very nice aluminum structure here, very solid. This is where the clip goes. Really nice. It doesn't feel like a toy. It's a real radio. This is the 7.4 volt battery with a 2400 milliampere hours, and this is something new. This clip is amazing. Once you slide the battery in here like so, okay, you slide in the battery, you push the clip. You cannot open it with your fingers, no way. See, already here I used the screwdriver to open it, and I damaged it a little bit. I made some marks. So once you click that battery in, it doesn't open. Listen to the click. There's no way if you drop this radio that the battery will separate from the radio. No way. Remember how with some people with a lighter, they used to pry up the beer bottles? That's how you need to. That's what you need to use to open it. There's no other way to open it. And this is the antenna. I know in the picture you saw that the antenna. And before we turn on the radio, as you can see, this one is the black one, and you can see on the picture here that this radio comes in 3 colors. First is the one that is what I call the see-through face. You can see the components and the all the parts inside. It comes in this beautiful green color, and also the black one, the same one that I'm using over here. It comes in with a USB charger and a USB to USB-C cable. It comes with the wristband, as you can see. The battery, of course, is at 2400 milliampere hours. It will last you for quite some time. And of course, the belt clip. The belt clip goes back here into the back of the radio, not in the battery, in some other radios. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the radio. There is a display at the beginning that will show you the voltage. You can change this if you want. If it doesn't appear on your radio, you can go into your menu. These are the radio settings, and there is so many other settings that we have to go through. This is the SMS function, the GPS, what kind of site are you using, and the APRS. If I go through everything, it's going to take more than an hour. So real quick, we're just going to jump into the, let's say, the most important features. So into the radio settings, if you have a setting that you visit very often, you can memorize the number. So for example, if you say number 14, if we scroll all the way to number 14, is the power on display. But if you are somewhere else, you can press 1 and 4, and that will bring you to the display. Or if you know another setting, you can go straight into the setting. So 1.4 is gonna change the power on display, which I've chosen to look at the voltage every time the radio starts. You can change it. This is our display. There is the classic display, a dual display, and a single display. If you select this, the icons will rearrange. So for example, you can see how this icon appears here on the see, it's green now. That means we are picking up a satellite signal, because this radio is GPS and APRS and capable. So there is a shortcut for the Bluetooth. See how it appears now? The Bluetooth is on and the Bluetooth is off. But you can go into the menu, radio settings, and you can change all that. So for example, if you go into display and you select the dual display or the single display, now the same icons will still appear but on a different order. See how this came down here? And if I activate the Bluetooth is now down here. So don't get confused. You have three options. So I'm just going to go into radio settings, 1.5. That will bring me into the display. Oops, 1.5. That will bring me into the display. And I'm going to select the classic. And I'm going to exit. And everything will be up here. Now back into the menu. Here you have all your radio settings, like your squelch level, like any other radio. The menu color, you can customize this bar from being blue or purple, or you have 18 colors to select. Your regular settings, your mic gain is here. Of course, I'm gonna set it up at full. This radio can do full 10 watts, and when you set it to 9, you don't need to be like an inch away. It's very, very powerful microphone, and will pick up your voice. Here is your factory reset. Okay, if you click here, and here you can do all your resets. You can reset your VFO, you can reset your channels, and reset everything. Remember, if you reset all, it will delete everything, your memories, your settings, everything. Okay, let's exit this menu. And moving up and down, now we see we have the top, let's say, button, and we can adjust it. So for example, for short press, if you want to press the orange button on the top, you can activate the FM radio or the GPS or the tone, alarm, weather. Weather, unfortunately, does not work anymore in Canada. It's been discontinued since March 16 of 2026. You can use this as a PTT2. Yeah, I don't recommend that. You can use it as a PTT for the app if you want to. I'm just gonna say none for now. Okay, if you want the long press, there is also the same options. I like to use the side buttons. So for example, the PTT2, okay, the PTT2 is right here, the PTT1 and PTT2. So PTT2, I like the PTT2. When we long press, it's gonna cancel the squelch, as you can see here, so we can use it as a monitor to adjust our volume. So if I press and hold, you see, let me adjust my volume here so you can hear. Okay, so now this way, if you have a station that you can barely hear, barely making it, you can click on the side button, or you can use it just to adjust your volume. Moving on the display, we have the squelch level, all the other regular settings, the timeout timer, the power save if we want to. We can lock the keypad. We can also do this by pressing and holding the star button here. Okay, press and hold as a shortcut, and that will lock the keypad, the dual words, the voice, because the radio will talk to us every setting that we change, or every frequency. The backlight is a good feature. I like this when I do video presentations because it's always on. Depends how you use it, right? Let's exit all that and look at the there's a separate menu to program a channel. This menu is almost the same with the H3 Plus. Here you can adjust your TX power when you program a channel. And you have all these settings, but you can use the OD Master app, and you can do all the settings for multiple channels at the same time. I'll make a separate video for this. There is no way we can cover everything with with the same video. Radio info will give you the radio name and the ID. APRS info. Here is to set up the scan, so you can tell the radio from where to scan and how long it's going to stay on the station before it continues scanning. Okay, here is the Bluetooth. You can activate it from here as a shortcut. Let me exit. So right now it's on. I'm just going to press the Bluetooth and it will disappear. But when you go into the menu and you go into the Bluetooth, then you can set up the mode. You can change the name. You can pair or unpair with other devices. So you can see in how many devices I have it paired. Probably none, because I have reset the radio. You can use an external mic. All the settings are here. The external mic is this TIDRADIO mic. Let me show you to you. This is the external mic that you can use with basically any device that supports Bluetooth. Here is a belt clip. So any device that supports Bluetooth, you can program and activate. In same way, this has a PTT1, PTT2, and 3, and a USB charging port on the side. Very nice. Again, this is another video. There's no way we can cover everything in one. Let's continue with the settings. You got your speaker gain. Let's exit. So this is the SMS. I already made a video with the H3 Plus, how to send SMS messages. I will put the link on the description below. You can look at your inbox, your send, your drafts real quick. Here is how to activate the GPS and play with the settings if you want. Right now it's on, and remember this icon here, when it's on it will turn green. When it's on but not connected to any satellite, it will be white. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and turn it off. I'm just gonna go backwards for faster. I'm just gonna say off, and this now disappeared. Okay, and down here after the GPS settings, you have the site type. If you want to have fixed coordinates, if you're going to be stationary, or if you're going to get your own GPS coordinates. Here is the APRS, and you can turn it on and off from here. I'm just going to turn it off. So many settings. You have to select the beacon type if you want. If you are, well, I have to turn it on now. It won't let me make any changes. You can reset if you make a mistake. So you can, especially in the advanced settings here, why you don't let me go? Let me go ahead and activate. So I'm just going to say on. All right. And then I'm going to exit this and go and activate the GPS. And I'm going to say on. Okay, and now I can go back and play with the APRS settings. If you go here into the advanced set, there's so many things that you can go through. Let me see what's going on here. So when you're on the APRS settings, you can set your beacon. You have to put your call sign, the SSID name and symbol, and any other custom information that you might have. The start of the mic, if you want to transmit your location, like you can adjust while transmitting the delay of showing your location. And again, we cannot go through everything in one video. You can select your beacon type. Okay, you can select the relay, and you can enable DG1 or DG2, and advanced settings. So many things, RX tone, so many things to do and remember and program. Site type, we went through this. Going back to GPS, here's your information. It doesn't pick up, that's why this is not showing anything, because it's not picking up any signals. If we exit, see, it's all white. The GPS and function is on, but because it's not picking up any excuse me, if it's not picking up any satellites, it will not turn green. Therefore we cannot see anything here on the GPS info. Here is your position. your time zone. You can set it up in your area, and then you can measure in miles or kilometers and whatnot. Let me show you the spectrum analyzer. As I mentioned, this radio comes with a built-in spectrum analyzer. The shortcut to bring this out is by pressing and holding the key number 7. And there is the spectrum analyzer. Right now we are at 446. You can go to any of the bands that this radio supports. So you can go from 144.00, let's say. One more 0. And now, as you can see, we are scanning from 143.200 to 144.787. The way to change this, because you can make it narrow, so for example you can scan from 144.100 to 144.200, is by changing the step. So there is another menu in here. So while you're on the spectrum, you click menu, and you can check the you can change the step frequency. Right now I have it at 12.5. I'm gonna leave it at 10. Okay, and let's exit and see. Okay, 143, 360, 144, because we are on this frequency. Let's go to 145.0000, and there you go. So now it starts from 144 to 145. You can do from 118 if you want, 118 megahertz, but then again, you're gonna see so many spikes, so many signals. There's no way you can keep up with that. So now we are from 145, let's say, to 144 to 145. I'm gonna change this 10K. I'm gonna go into the menu, and I'm gonna change the step to be, you can make it 100 if you want. I'll make it 12.5. Okay, and then I'm gonna exit. And now let's say I want to scan 145, one more 0, and 144.200 to 145. So by adjusting the steps, so let's do it one more time. I'm just gonna go into step, and I'm gonna say 10 kilohertz this time. Okay, and I'm gonna exit, and let's see what is gonna come up. 145.200, couple more zeros. There you go. So 144.560 to 145.830. You can see and you can adjust. So I don't know if you can see this spike here. This looks like a station, but it also could be noise, because I'm sitting in front of LED lights and other transmitters. So if you want, you can move the cursor. You can go to the left with the left button, or you can press and hold, and they will go there faster. And you can land right on the on this spike, which is noise. I guess the sensitivity is so now if you want to go all the way to the right, you press the right button and you go and follow that spike, and you can see where they are talking. And this is it, the TIDRADIO TD-H9, a full 10-watt radio, GPS, APRS, text messages, so many other stuff. I'm gonna have to make separate videos for everything. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you on the next one. And on the bottom of the video, on the description, there's gonna be a link on where to buy this beautiful radio. Thank you so much.